everyone.
everyone.
Welcome to Curious Minds, the podcast where we dive deep into topics that shape our world today. I'm your ever able host, Prosper and Clara, and I have here with me.
Clara Jegede.
So before we go into this agenda, if you haven't seen our last episodes, kindly go back. I think we've done 3 episodes now.
Yes.
Kindly go back, share, comment, and subscribe. So going into today's agenda, I'm talking about a topic that affects almost everyone in their lives: peer pressure. So now I'm talking about how peer pressure affects our daily lives, our self-esteem, self-confidence, and how we can navigate through these challenges. Let's get curious. So Clara, let me ask you, have you ever felt the need, to fit in? Have you ever felt pressured? Have you ever felt like you haven't, you don't fit in some certain kind of, situations, scenarios? You'd like to share your experience with us?
Yes, actually. Being peer pressure is like a normal thing. It's a normal thing, especially when we are just growing. I think I once experienced it back in secondary school. I remembered it's not a bad thing. Wait, it's not like I was pressured to trek, but I was just like, anytime I always entered the school bus when I was in secondary school. So anytime my friends would come back the next day, they always have like something to talk about, and I'm just there sitting. I'm not engaging in anything they're talking about, and I always felt left out. I always felt like I didn't belong in that friendship group. So I remembered back when I was in SS3, I think my second term, when we started going through lessons for extension lessons for WAEC, I like stopped entrance to the school bus, and since then I was just trekking with my friends, and I felt good though. But at the same time, I can't
comfort and all of that.
Yes, it was actually good for me because I actually felt really nice. The next day there's always something to talk about. I'm not left out and all of that. But I can't count the number of times where they will tell those that are trekking, come outside during assembly, and then will be punished. That was actually disgraceful for me because I was the head girl during that period. And it is something that I was always like the student that was like one of the good students, proper students. So it was so surprising for teachers that Clara, what are you doing outside? That kind of thing. But at the same time, I don't regret it because I went through a stage where I learned a lot about myself during that period. But at the same time, I didn't like the fact that someone that was just prim and proper, someone that was known as a good student among the teachers, just became like, it's not that I became a bad ego, but you understand
just
what I'm saying?
Yes,
just fitting.
Well, I think my own experience, I'm not really someone that gets easily influenced, but if I can remember, I think when I was in my uni days, I think it's more of academic pressure. Someone like me, I know that do I work, I mostly read during the day. I don't like reading in the night. But all my friends always burning the midnight candle. That's why I used to feel bad. Imagine you are sleeping, your friends are drinking Fearless, drinking Nescafe, and you are sleeping. So that's okay, I'm just even try this thing. I mean, coffee makes me sleep. Coffee makes almost everyone awake and agile, but me, it makes me sleep.
It makes me sleep. I don't understand
that day we had an exam the next morning. I didn't read throughout the day. I just did normal revision. I didn't read understand. I just went through, skimmed through. Like, okay, I'll join my friends to read from 10. We do all-nighter. And me, I'm someone that prioritizes my sleep a lot. By 7 o'clock, I'm in bed already because I know I just joke with my sleep at all. So it's okay, I'm just give it a try. It wasn't palatable at all because around 10, I was already feeling sleepy. Even with the coffee, with the Fearless, I had Fearless. It wasn't working. And at the end of the day, thank God it was even like an elective, something that I did the past question. If not, but I'm so fucked up. So just about knowing what works for you, honestly, and not giving in, because we are all different people. We have different methods of achieving our things. So because it works for somebody doesn't mean it works for me.
Yes.
So do you can tell us, what peer pressure is all about, what it entails, so our viewers can have a proper understanding.
Okay, so peer pressure is a social phenomenon where an individual is influenced by a group of people or is influenced by his or her peers to adopt a certain behavior, a certain attitude or values. Peer pressure can either be negative or positive, and we are going to talk about that positive effect, because anytime you hear peer pressure, it's always
People
the
will just
negative
think,
part
yeah.
that people think about. But today we are going to talk about the positive part also. And peer pressure comes in different forms, but the main forms are direct and indirect. So the direct is when, for example, your friends, you're within a friend group that smokes. The direct means your friend inviting you to smoke. That's when they're telling you with their mouth that, oh, come and try this. It's going to feel, you're going to feel good. You'll be, what
You
else?
feel
You feel
high,
high.
climax you attain.
Exactly. That kind of thing. But indirect is like your friends are not telling you to join, but because they are smoking, you just feel like
To fit in,
you want to
feel
also,
among.
and what exactly are they doing? You just want to do it because they are smoking. That's just what indirect is. So I'm sure a lot of us, I feel like peer pressure, we normally go through the indirect peer pressure, where we are not exactly told to do something, but because we just want to fit in, we just do it, for example. So yeah, that's what peer pressure is all about. So now let's go into the factors, because there are just some things, hidden things that influences peer pressure, that makes us want to conform to these various things. Now, conform to people telling us to come and do this, come and do that, and all of that. We have various things also. The first thing, which we all know, are friends. The friends you keep, like the saying says, tell me your friend and I'll show you who you are. So your friends can influence you both negatively and positively,
Which is why our topic is the double-edged sword. We're talking about what's the positive impact and negative impact.
Exactly. And your friends, I know, human beings are social creatures, and we want to have friends. We want to have people around us. Just want to have people that we can talk to. Even introverts that love being alone, they have people that they talk to. So the friends that we keep, especially when we are growing up, can influence the kind of values we take in, or the kind of behaviors we portray. You understand? So if you're among friends that are disrespectful to people, at some point you find yourself being disrespectful to people also, because they're influencing you. You guys are influencing each other. And many people, like passing now, people say that even though you're a good child, you come from a good home, and you're around people that are like bad, or that you're around people that are not
questionable characters.
Questionable characters. There's no how you surely be influenced, no matter how good you might think you are. So yeah, that's it.
Do you think family also has, also
yes, that's actually what I wanted to say. I actually feel like family too holds like a part in it also. I don't know. I feel like family in regards to communication, there are just some parents that do not communicate with their children. So in regards to that, the children or youth or teenagers find it difficult to tell their parents certain things. When they're feeling a certain way, they can't tell their parents, and then they end up going outside to tell probably their friends, and then getting bad advices, getting advices that won't do them any good. So I feel like that should also, family
and
is
also
like
the whole concept of comparison. Like
yes.
your four children, two are smart, two are not so smart. You can they always compare. Can't you be like your brother? Can't you be like Tai? Can't you be like Kende? Or your family friend, that one, she has 10 awards. Do not say so you that kind of thing. Now want to it's exam, I want to do well, let me carry expo, let me carry this, let me resource other things.
And at the end of the day, you just get
yeah, and all these things, I think that's why I don't get easily influenced, because when other people do it, it's okay, they won't catch them more. But when it's not my own turn, do my own, that's why they will not catch me. I'll not be the scapegoat.
We human beings, we have different heads, we have different grace. So we have different grace. I think let me not expose myself.
Okay, let's talk about
but before we even get them, I just feel like that's why there are some times where you are in a group of friends where they are telling you, oh, have sex. If you have sex, you will not you will not get pregnant. You understand? And then your friends, they're always doing it, but they don't end up getting pregnant. But then you not gotta do it.
You will not be
You will not be
different.
different. You end up getting pregnant. But anyhow,
Yeah, it happened. Maybe remember something that happened in my school. Final year students, like she was my class already last year, and then she's normally a good girl, but I think of recent, I think she lost her mom. Then a lot of things just happened. So she was just vulnerable. You get, and she was moving with bad friends that were smoking. So she finally caught her. They caught her in her room smoking with her friends and all of that. So imagine, all that first time trying it in final year as a law student. She got ticketed. So imagine getting to your peak, 5 years, and losing it all over.
Almost done.
Yes, and imagine over peer pressure. Something that you don't even want to do, something that doesn't even benefit in any way. So that's what I mean by it should be your own tone and to be different.
Exactly. Yes.
So let's talk about how social media, impacts, or how it also affects peer pressure. I feel like social media is actually the biggest factor.
Yeah, that's
like,
actually
in today's age and era.
Honestly, yes, especially when this internet, social
media platforms.
I just made me remember the 2 weeks ago where we did body positivity and beauty standards, and we talked about how social media also influences body positivity and all of that. Media, it's not everything that people put out there on the internet that is true. Someone can come in and show the perfect life, the perfect
marriage,
perfect grades and all of that. And that might not be what the person is actually facing in reality, And then you watching it to be like, God, why am I not like this? That kind of feeling you get, you feel useless, you feel like you're worthless, and because of that,
behind.
And because of that, you find yourself doing things that are not, that you won't do, that that you can't, that you can't even think of yourself doing, just because you saw someone on the internet doing this thing or doing well in something, and you also want to do well in it also. So I feel like that's actually one thing that social media causes when it comes to peer pressure. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, honestly. And I'll never lie. We're all human beings, and we have feelings, we have emotions. Like some people that would see, especially when you see like your age mates or people in like your same age bracket, doing well, going to Tanzania for their birthday, and I'm like, I'm also just getting my age mates. So like, look at Rasta for instance.
Or even people like younger than you, doing well. That come outside with money, you'll be spending.
Yeah, and I just look at yourself that am I even doing this life thing right? Or what am I doing wrong? Or what are they doing? I'm not doing as well. But I just realized that, shout out these big girls on Instagram, big girls on Snapchat, what they are doing, if you even hear it, honestly, some of them are escorts to sugar daddies, some of them, have OnlyFans now, and all of that, where they make their money. You get? So I was learned to always be contented with what I have. But social media it's not always bad all the time, sometimes, positive impact, like we said. Social media has helped me in so many ways, honestly. Like try this time, I think we've seen a lot of convocation pictures and all of that. I've seen people that came out, emerged the best students, getting all sorts of rewards, prizes. That kind of thing expected to do better. Even this Chidima, for instance, now.
Yes.
All sort of factors also, tend to create positive impact in us.
And there's also this thing on TikTok where they call study talk. Understand, where people come out with different advices on how to study. If you're struggling with reading and assimilating things, they will come with different study techniques to help you, to guide you on how to read, to find the study techniques that work for you. So that's like a positive part of social media that would encourage you
instead of pressuring you
per se. So that's actually
even like social media
actually. Yes, even families too. When you have families that will encourage you.
I feel like because we are younger and we just feel like sometimes our parents or families
don't care
are doing
about
too much, but in their own sense, actually caring about us and want the best for us eventually. Exactly. I feel like everything is just mindset, and now we are receptive to those kind of comments or attitude they show towards us.
Yes, exactly. And I also feel like another factor would be our personal traits, also personality. We have extroverts and introverts. So I feel like extroverts are more susceptible to peer pressure, because they are the people that they go out, they engage in
That
activities,
doesn't really
you know.
determine though. Some people are actually very, very disciplined.
Yeah, some people are disciplined, but at the same time, especially extroverts, most extroverts, they want to try new things. They're
Yeah,
not like
open
they're open
to
to a lot
yeah.
of things. So people that are not disciplined, they end up trying things that are not good
For
per
the
se
plot.
for
Some
plot.
people just even live
Yes.
their life like
Yes, they
for the
live their
plot,
life
like just for
exactly. They
just for
just
doing sake. They don't have a
exactly they don't
reason. They
have a
don't have a
reason at
valid
all.
excuse to even do some things.
Yes. And I also feel like introverts are more less likely to be influenced, because most of them, they're always alone. They like to be in their room or reading, but at the same time they can also be influenced though. Don't get me wrong, because the social media is still there, internet is still there. So yeah, that's also another this thing.
So, but what do you think makes youths, or let's say teenagers or Gen Zs in general, more
Okay.
vulnerable
I think
to
we've mentioned it a lot of times while talking. Is that
mostly social media,
their
the internet?
yes? I think it's that feeling
Just
to fit
fitting.
in. Yes, to be among. When growing up, especially during the teenage age, we are growing. We are in the
We're
developmental
evolving.
stage, and we are evolving. So during that period, we are just getting to know ourselves, or who we are per se. And at that point, we feel like, oh, let me just do this thing or be among, that feeling, just to fit
Just be the
in,
cool
just to
kid.
be, yes, just to be the cool kid, or to be among. You just end up doing things that are just not right for you, or something that are just against your values, that against your aspirations as a person. So I just feel like that's the main reason
We're
why
easily,
we are
vulnerable.
easily vulnerable and easily influenced per se. So yeah, I think that should be, because we've mentioning it since the beginning of this video. So yes,
So,
that should be it.
so what words of encouragement would you like to give our viewers who are facing one or two challenges? Peer
Okay.
pressure from their friends, family, social media.
You know, I just feel like, let's go with the first one. Choose your friends right. No, let's go with self-confidence and
Yeah, I feel like
self-love.
self-love
Yes, self-love
first,
and
knowing your
self-confidence, knowing
worth,
your worth,
knowing what you stand
exactly.
for.
Because if you know your worth and know what you stand for, you will choose your friends wisely. Because you will know the kind of friends you want to keep, the kind
You
of
have
friends
to
you do not want
align
to
with
keep,
your own
that aligns with your aspirations and
values.
values. So the first thing is, know your worth, love yourself. There's nothing like self-love. There's nothing like you knowing who you are, and you knowing the values that you have for yourself. Once you know, you've set the standards for yourself, then there's nothing that can influence you at all. You understand? Especially when you have integrity. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. You
Another thing
understand?
is okay to say no. I feel like most people just
Yes,
feel
it's
like
okay to say
saying no is
no.
embarrassing. Because someone like me
No.
now, I have when I was in uni, I have like different categories of friends. I have friends that are, if it's time to read, that I know I can reckon on when for classes. I
Yes.
have friends that, okay, if it's time to party, there's party, maybe some job is coming to school now, okay,
True.
let's go to party, kind of thing.
Yes.
But it's just about, my friends, we're meant to I have exams now, and my friends that party type, it's called me, oh, let's party today, kind of thing. I know when to say no. Do you
No,
get? I won't say, oh, because I
yes.
want to be cool. Now, let me just conform to their
Your
own
yes.
their own requests. You get,
Request.
instead of me, choosing the right path. Do you understand? So there are many times that they said, I've had friends, not even- maybe just gatherings, sexual gatherings where people are smoking or drinking. I just take one puff now, or just drink, just take something. It's diluted. But like
Right.
saying no, I feel like I'm not cool. So you're not even a cool kid. You get, but doesn't mean doesn't mean you feel left out. Let's
Or
just say
less
no,
of
honestly.
yourself.
Saying no is not always bad. It's not always embarrassing.
Yeah, it's not always bad. Yeah, just know that. And also another thing is try to embrace decision making skills. I just feel like so many people that do not know how to make decisions, they end up allowing people to make decisions
Just for
for them.
them,
So
yes.
try to develop your decision making skills, so that people will make decisions for you. There are so many people that even their parents make decisions for them. Sit down and try to,
Figure out what works best for you.
yeah, exactly. Figure out what works best for you, and then go with it. Go with the flow.
And
Honestly,
even in making your decisions, I feel like you should think long term. Thinking
yes,
long
long
term is actually very,
term.
very vital, because right now I'm thinking of only today. Yeah, let me just drink. Let me just even have this sex. Let me just was even there for the fun of it. But
exactly.
what if your own plan is not what's going to happen eventually? Do you get think of the positive side? If I do this thing, what will it do to me? You understand? Think of the long term, consequences or results.
Yes.
I feel that's another factor you should talk
yeah.
about in decision making.
Okay, so let us also, we've not talked about the positive side or the positive side of peer pressure. I think one would be, like we said earlier, about when we were talking about the social media. We said about the study talk where people can come out and encourage you and all of that. You can keep friends where your values are to study or to make good grades. So like your friend group is, oh, this friend group, oh, we are all about coming out with probably a first class grade,
all
if
A's,
all A's and all of that. That's a positive effect of peer pressure, where you're friends with people, they influence you to
even
be the better
families
version
too.
of yourself.
Some parents wake their children up to be what they can do. Some
Yes,
parents ask their children questions. Some parents even like get lesson teachers.
yes,
Some
for
parents,
them,
even if it's
true.
like okay, someone is bright like in the sibling group, someone is brighter than the other. You can always try help Candy out. So it's not
Yes, you
always bad all
understand.
the
It's
time.
not bad. So, peer pressure, as we said earlier, is a double-edged sword, and that means it both has a positive and negative effect. And most times we associate peer pressure with the negative effect, but we should also know that there's also a positive side to peer pressure. You understand? So, Prosper, do you have anything else you want to add to it?
I think we said it all. I just hope the viewers, audience watching this can know their self worth, have a nice self esteem. Don't let anybody devalue you. Stand for what is right. Stand for your own values. Stand for your integrity. And I think you pave to life.
It's a wrap. We finally come to the end of today's episode. We hope you guys enjoyed today's episode with us, as we also enjoyed it.
You enjoyed this episode,
Of course.
Also, let us know your experiences in the comment section down below. Let us know how you have felt pressured. Let us know how you have felt influenced, either positive or negative. Let us know how you dealt with it, and maybe we'll just address it in our next episode. Maybe.
Yes, maybe. Okay. So follow us on our social media platforms at View Radio on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And remember that you are the best version of yourself. Love yourself, have confidence in yourself, and the world will surely wait for you. You don't need to rush. Take your time when it comes to building yourself. Okay, so I'm your able host, Clara Jegede, and with me,
Prosper and Clara. See you next time.
Bye.